Okay, welcome back to the Hobby Gardener. Do our weekly garden update here, and show you how the garlic went this last week. It's ready for me to take down and store now, all dried, cured. So, well, let's get busy and showing you what's going on in the greenhouse here. All right, we'll start off with the tomatoes here in our aquaponic system. As you can see, they've really grown. They're about a foot taller than they were last week. Doing really well. Our basil in the flood and drain system is coming along. Slow going. We're slowly getting enough fish in there to start creating some fertilizer, and also the bacteria going in the rock here that converts that fish waste over to usable nitrogen fertilizer for the plants. You can see the peppers, they're growing here. They're a little on the yellow side, as that nitrogen level just is not quite there. We've got some more peppers here that we picked up. I got for Father's Day. I'm going to get them planted in the garden. If time permits in this video, we'll show that. So we've got more lettuce started here. So as you can see, it's starting to grow. I've got some tomato plants started here, trying to get them to start rooting. Those are the Kellogg's, the orange tomatoes. So we let some of the older lettuce go to seed here. Still waiting for it to seed. It just keeps bolting up. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll get some seed for fall crop. Okay, we're out here with the corn and the beans. As you can see, everything's growing really well. We've got some corn starting to grow here. You can see quite a few of the stalks have ears on them. And the beans are all the way up to the top lines, and we're starting to get cucumbers on our vines here on a few of the plants. There's one back in there. I can't get in there right now. We watered a little bit ago, so everything's really muddy. But I decided to put a piece of cattle panel here to let these grow up on. And once we start getting a harvest on this, we'll show that harvest. So plenty of flowers on the beans, but no beans yet. Probably another week or so we'll start seeing beans. Okay, our tomatoes out here on the outside are slow growing, but they are growing. We got some flowers on them. And as you see here, we have a live trap. This last week we caught 11 or 12 squirrels that were eating on all our vegetables. We have our watermelons coming up here, and sunflowers are growing up. This one right here is really big, so it's putting off some smaller ones on the sides. These little plants here are growing along really nicely. Pepper plant that we got last week actually have a pepper on it down in there. It's a hot banana pepper. Our sweet potatoes are growing in here, coming along. And the grapes here are doing well. See better from this side, the grapes. So there's some really nice grapes in there. Strawberry plants are getting big. Lots of strawberries starting on them, but the squirrels keep getting them before we can even notice that they're getting ripe at all. So some of our cabbage here, our onions, probably going to have to harvest them pretty soon here. They're starting to lay over. Big sunflower here that took off after we put up the shade cloth. It's putting off a flower here, and you can see the bees are visiting it, so I had to keep tying it down to the trellis so that the wind had stopped beating it up. This wind that we've had lately has been horrible. Our sweet potatoes here. The squirrels came in and ate these two on the end down. One's already coming back here. As you can see, it's coming back. Looks like that one might be, it's hard to tell yet. But our potatoes are slow growing. The avocado tree here is putting off a lot of new leaves. It's liking its new position in the garden. Now this grapevine here decided that it was just going to grow, so it lost all its grapes. They just dried up, and then it started putting off these long runners. So I'll just have to keep an eye on it and keep it from going where I don't want it to go. Our green zucchini down here. Let's see if I can find it. It's down in here. Hopefully you can see that. We've got one down in there. Probably pick that today, here right after this video. In fact, I might as well just pick it now, because before the squirrels get to it. So there's a nice sized zucchini. Our broccoli is starting to put off heads finally. Got that one, and we got another one over here that's a little bigger head. So they're coming along. I had to pull this sunflower over because it decided to get up to the shade cloth and stick it outside so that it can continue to grow and put off another big head there. You can see I've got another trap here for the squirrels. These are live traps, but it hasn't stopped the squirrels from still getting to them, and I guess they're going around the trap. And unless it's not a squirrel, it could be a chickmunk, one of the desert chickmunks. So our cabbage and peas here are doing okay. We have some pepper plants that are in here. I'm going to have to cut back some more of the cabbage leaves so that the peppers can get some sun. But this tomatillo tomillo, or whatever you want to call it, the plant's nice and big. Last week we replanted in the garlic area here some onions. Let's see, they were a yellow onion, and they're coming up. We have one coming up there. There's one back there, another one here doing pretty good, another one over there. So they're slowly starting to come up. And finally, our garlic here. It's ready for all dried and ready for me to snip the roots off and the top leaves and put it in a nice cool place. And we might even take a couple of these and turn them into our next batch of garlic. See if we can get one in before winter, another batch here. Otherwise we'll start another batch probably in October or November. We started these in November and here in June. So it takes about 8 months for them to grow and mature. And our spaghetti squash here, as you can see, the original one, the first one that we had here, it's slowly growing bigger. We've got more here. We've got another one started there. We've got another one here. And I know there's 2 or 3 others here. So looks like we probably have one up here in the top growing. I have another one right here. It's coming along. So we're starting to get quite a few of our spaghetti squash growing here. Our flowers, our peppers down here along the bottom are slowly growing. And our other sunflower on this side of the trellis, we had some strong winds and I hadn't tied it down yet and it got beat up and lost its flower. So I'm probably going to end up cutting it out because it doesn't seem to be putting off any side flowers like the others are doing. I guess that's going to complete our tour today. Well, let's see. Looks like I still have some time, so we'll check out the other tomatillos in the other garden and maybe show you the front yard. Okay, over here with these tomatillos, or tomatillos, they're coming along pretty good. The ones that get shaded in the afternoon are doing pretty good. The ones down there on the end aren't shaded. They're getting double blasted from the sun beating off of the house and sun beating directly on them down there. So they're not doing quite as well as these that get a little bit of shade. We'll go out to the front yard now. Okay. The perils of living in town with neighbors close by. Neighbors across the street were too noisy for me to film outside there. Unfortunately, so I wasn't able to show you our tomatoes that are out there, the sunflowers. We've got grapevines out there that are just covered in grapes. We also planted some pumpkins, field pumpkins, and those are slowly coming along. They should start to take off here pretty soon. We've got plenty of time to get those growing before we need them in the fall. If you like our videos, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment so we can see who's watching our videos. Hit that bell icon so you're notified of when we put new videos up. Have a great day and keep gardening.